In this video, I'm going to cover how you can quickly create quotes while you're with a potential customer and send it to them really easily with a professional looking template. I'll then look at how you can allocate costs to the job so you can keep a track of how much money you're making and record everything else you need like receipts. Finally, I'll look at how you can easily invoice a customer to help you get paid faster. First, I'm going to cover how you can create and send a quote to the customer while you're with the customer or very soon after. Firstly, we can come into quotes, select new, and we're going to create a quote from scratch. So you can see here we have an automatic number in sequence for our quote number, and then we have a quote customer and an existing customer. A quote customer is someone that we have not done business with before. So if you want to quote someone there and then, you can simply select quote customer. If it's an existing customer, someone that we've done business with before, we can simply select existing customer and select our customer from here. From here, we can just start to allocate further information like the date and the quote heading here. We can also add a description of works. And what we can do from here is we can simply select on items and the green bar at the bottom here. And we can just start to fill out the actual quote. So again, we can write in a description, enter in a long description as well as a quantity, as well as a price. From here, this will calculate our net as well as our total. So from here, I can save the quote. To send this quote out straight to the customer, I can select on the three dots on the green bar here, and I can select on the email icon. As you can see, it's automatically got my quote template at the top, as well as the person who I need to send it to. I can also attach any attachments from my phone, whether that be a photo or any sort of document. And at the bottom here, you can see we can edit the subject of the email as well as the body. If we want to preview the report of the quote, we can do that also, as well as sending the email straight from the mobile phone. Next, I'm going to cover how you can turn a quote that you've been given the go-ahead into and send that into a contract within the system. So if we've been given the go-ahead to turn one of our quotes into a job, we can do so by clicking on the quotes icon here, selecting on the list icon here, and from what we can do, we can just pick on the most recent quote at the top, select on the three dots in the green bar at the bottom here, and we just select on the third icon to the right. What this is going to allow us to do is just turn the quote into a contract. As you can see here, we can create the order, and what that's done is it's just created the quote into a contract. By clicking on the save icon at the bottom here, we can now save the quote as a job, and we can just start to fill out some information like the order number here, as well as any special instructions. So from here, I can simply click on save, and again, that's now saved the quote as a job on the system here. Now we're going to look at how you can allocate costs to the contract so you can see how much money you're making on each job, and also capture electronic copies of invoices and receipts. So to allocate costs to our job, we can simply click on the costs icon at the bottom left here, and we can simply click on new. By clicking on the plus sign at the bottom here, we're going to create a new purchase invoice. Here you can see we can allocate the supplier. If it's a new supplier, we can simply just click on the plus icon next to the pen. But if it's someone that we've used before, we can simply just use the drop down. From here, I can allocate the job number, as well as the invoice number too. We've also got the cost type, so we can allocate whether it's a material, plant, expenses, or labor. We've also got the date. We can add in any details. And we can also put in a quantity and a price. This then calculates our net, VAT, and total. So from here, we can simply select Save Purchase Invoice. and that now has been allocated as a cost to that job. What we can also do is we can also attach any attachments to this purchase invoice too. So as you can see on this screen here, we simply got the attachments file at the bottom. But what we're going to do is we're going to click on the three dots at the bottom left. From here, we can simply select on the camera icon. And as you can see from my phone here, I can either select a camera, camcorder, voice recorder, or any files that I may have saved within my device. From here, I can simply select which one I want, and I can upload it straight onto the purchase invoice. To take a look at your costs on your job and have a look at the profitability of them, we can simply come back into our home screen here, come into our jobs, and we can select contract inquiry. From here, we can select one of our previous jobs. So for example, this one here. And as you can see, in a easy format, we can see where our sales have gone, where our costs have gone, and easily calculate our profit, as well as any orders that may be outstanding. So at the bottom here, we can clearly see our contract value, as well as any gross applications, discounted applications. And as you can see, we can always see our total cost and our profit. So as you can see, this page here easily shows us how we are performing on our jobs, as well as seeing where our money has been spent in terms of sales and our costs, and again, to see our profits. Once we have entered all of our sales invoices on our mobile device, they will appear on the desktop version. From here, it's easy enough for you to export all of your sales invoices to an Excel spreadsheet format, easy enough for you to send across to your accountant. So this is what I'll be showing you next. So here I'm on my sales invoice list here. I can select all and click on the Excel icon at the bottom here. Click OK. And as easy as that, we can see it's done a data dump of that information to a spreadsheet file so that you can easily enough send all this information to your accountant.